Muito boa tarde a todos e com a expressa autorização do nosso querido colega professor José Duarte Franco, damos início a esta sessão. Good afternoon to all who are hearing us online, and with the authorization of Professor José Eduardo Franco of Universidade Aberta, we are starting this session at this seminar with our invitees from Romania. I'm just going to indicate that we are very happy to have here in Lisbon and at Open University seminários à hora do almoço. Professor Ioan Dura, Associate Professor of Ovidius University, Constanta, Roménia, and lecturer Professor Mircea Cristian Pricop, also from Ovidius University, Constanța, Romania. They are going to present us a small lecture about paradigms of human action and the challenge of globalization. And at the end of that short presentation, some 20 minutes, I think they are open to questions from all who are attending, both here in the hall and online. And we are very happy that we have a very big number of people following the presentation. So congratulations of your popularity in your university,
yes,
which is very good. So thank you very much, and yours is the floor.
So good afternoon, everyone, dear friends, dear professors. Me and my colleague, Father and Professor Mircea Cristian Pricop, we are very delighted to be here, to be together, and to put together in your attention some of the challenges of our society, of our global society. The topic or the title of our presentation, common presentation, is Homo religiosus and Homo Technicus, Paradigms of Human Action and the Challenge of Globalization. Why is human action essential in today's society? And why is globalization a challenging reality? Let's be creative and let's imagine that we are in an airport and we are participants in the rhythm of people that are going in every part of our world. So we have human persons in achieving a target, going somewhere. We have dynamics and fluidity because there are a lot of persons, thousands or hundreds of persons. We can see ethnic and social diversity among us. We share this common space in the airport, and we use the new technology in fast traveling. And also we can feel the intensity of interaction between us. So we are in a new reality in our days. An objective analysis of the reality of today's world, the year 2024, confirms that in a few decades, the morphology of society has changed radically. The local has become global in the sense of visibility and the compression of space through the new communication techniques. The borders or the boundaries between cultures and religions have become fluid through social interactions and through the dynamics of migration. Economic trends have created transnational networks in which we are implied. which have generated a new political reconfiguration and technological development have driven in new architectures of the daily rhythm. So today's world, the contemporary world, differs in substantial aspects from the yesterday's world, and tomorrow's world will differ in many aspects from today's world. Globalization has led to an elasticity and broadening of horizons in which the world has become the common space of all. The key concepts that define our society are transformation, development of technology, diversity, social, religious, dialogical diversity, and fluid boundaries or borders that redefining our identity. How do we address this issue? The transformation of society through accentuated progress and the diversity experienced on a daily basis. How do we define ourselves as human beings in our scientific world? Human being is an identity that synthesizes a complex of everyday experiences, religious, social, psychological, technical, medical, economical, and cultural ones. And the risk of fragmentation of our lives can lead to a self-forgetfulness, which is one of the most tragic forms of anxiety. For this reason, the challenge of integrity and the redefinition of the self or our identity has become an essential coordinate in the registers of life. Me, my colleague, our colleagues from the Faculty of Theology of Ovidius University of Constanta, under the patronage of His Excellency Theodosia, Archbishop of Tomis, we intended to do something regarding this, to answer the challenges of our days. So I generate a series of conferences and seminars called Religion Knowledge Society. Religion Knowledge Society is an annual biennial academic event, conference, and seminar organized by the Faculty of Theology, part of Ovidius University of Constanta, Romania. Religion Knowledge Society aims to articulate a new horizon of dialogical theology, because we are members at the Faculty of Orthodox Theology. Dialogical theology, a concept that I think is relevant to the polarizing context of today's society. The intention of this academic project is to provide critically and constructively approaches in a fusion of horizons regarding the challenges of transformation, religious diversity, the fluidity of the borders, and development of technology. Why religion, knowledge, and society? Religion, because religion is a fundamental element of the structure of human identity. Religion provides an existential meaning, a spiritual and social development. Knowledge, the philosophical and theological approach and interpretation of identity in the present context through the knowledge. Knowledge provides us a rational support of understanding, interpretation, and interactions. And society, the last word. The space in which human beings experience his own cultural, religious, philosophical history is our society, is this society. We have 7 years when we started this project, the Religion Knowledge Society. It started in 2016, and until now, we had 9 editions of international conferences and 8 editions of international seminars. We had participants from 33 countries from the entire world. Also, we had philosophers, we had theologians, we had professors from the political side in the field of research, of social research, and also we had professors and researchers from psychology and psychology. Yes, psychology. Some of the themes of the conference as a human action to develop some approach, critical approach to our daily challenges. The first edition of the conference, it was called Interreligious and Intercultural Dialogue in a Pluralistic World, Philosophical and Theological Perspectives. The second one, Knowledge, Reality, Transcendence, a dialogue between East and West. The third one, it was Religion in a Secular Society, Challenges and Perspectives. The fourth one was Identity and Alterity, a Religion in a Global Society. The fifth one was Conception of Freedom in a Post-Truth World, Religious and Philosophical Perspectives. As you can see, religion is next to the philosophy in our approach. The sixth one was Religious Fundamentalism, Causes, Effects, and Solutions. The seventh one, it was called Identities and Boundaries, Configuration of Religious Diversity in Global Dynamics. The eighth one was Human Being in the Horizon of Authenticity, Philosophical and Religious Perspectives. And the last one, 19th one, last year, Integrity and Redefinition, the Human Being in the Multidimensional Horizon of Society. Each conference was followed by a seminar about an international seminar. So until now, we had 8 international seminars. And topics of the seminars were similar with the conference. Next, I will give the floor to my colleague, Professor and Father, Mircea Cristian Pricop, to present the topics of the conference from this year and also the topic of the seminar.
Thank you very much. The topic of the 10th edition of the International Conference, Religion, Knowledge, Society, is linked to the title Homo Religiosus and Homo Technicus, Discontinuities or Congruences. It will take place in Constanta, Romania, from June 20 to 21, June 2024. Homo Religiosus and Homo Technicus define 2 contextual paradigms of man in the course of history. Man who lives in the religious horizon, a constant of his existence, and man who coordinates his life in the quotidian references of technological development. This dichotomy is present in philosophical topics and also in religious topics in terms of Homo sapiens versus Homo faber, the wise man versus the maker, the technologian. So this dichotomy is presented in the context of this conference from the perspective of rapportation to the 3 points of the main title of the conference: Religion, Knowledge, Society. How Homo Religiosus refers himself to religion, knowledge, society, and Homo Technicus as well, to religion, knowledge, society. Conflict or congruences. Both categories are defined by personal interest, by debate, and also by competitivity between the two categories. The same man in the same society, but a society in constant transformation in all its aspects. The conference intends a multilateral approach to the relationship between the religious dimension of man and the techno-scientific conditions of quotidian life. What is the relationship between Homo religiosus and Homo Technicus, and what are the perspectives of this relationship? Does current scientific development invalidate religious truth? What are the challenges of new technologies, especially artificial intelligence, for religious and also for ethical integrity? The panels of this conference will have the following thematics: Homo religiosus and Homo Technicus definitions, interpretations, contextualizations. The second panel will consist of the validity of religious truth and the new technologies, antagonism or congruence. And the third panel is named the impact of new technologies on man from a theological, ethical, philosophical, and psychological perspective. The conference will be followed by the 9th edition of International Seminar Religion Knowledge Society, called Reality and Virtual Space, Philosophical and Theological Approaches, June 23rd to 26th, 2024, at Vatra Dornei city in Romania. The thematic of this seminar will be linked to the conference, as my friend and Professor Ioan Dura said before. The human is a self-aware being who throughout life is in the process of understanding and knowing himself. All kind of perspectives are presented by the academics who will be present at this seminary. More than that, we have to recognize that the context of the world we live in a highly technological developed society, where the inflation of image, of information transmission through new technological communication channels, the projection of the perception of concrete reality on social platforms risks substantially to reshape our perception of life. We risk making the virtual, the online, the artificially screened reality on the computer, laptop, or phone an everyday purpose in itself in the trend of consumption. The seminar proposes a double analysis, theological and philosophical, on the meaning of physical reality and virtual reality, seeking answers to questions such as what makes something real or virtual, how real is virtual reality, what are the ethical norms in the use of the new technologies. We thank you, and we are pleased to meet you via this conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, dear colleagues, Professor Ioan Dura and Professor Mircea Pricop, for this presentation. I'll do just a short resume in Portuguese. O professor Ioan Dura, nas duas partes da sua exposição, começou primeiro por chamar a atenção que vivemos no que se pode chamar uma sociedade líquida, nas palavras de Zygmunt Bauman, uma sociedade porosa em que as fronteiras não estão definidas como de antes, em que há muita mobilidade e em que, por esse mesmo motivo, se torna uma questão social o acolhimento do outro, o que é que fazemos com o outro, que antes era o estrangeiro ou o estranho, e o que é que fazemos com os processos tecnológicos que também eram reservados e limitados, mas que transformaram muito a sociedade atual. E na segunda parte da sua exposição, ele chamou a atenção de que nos últimos 10 anos, na Universidade Ovidius de Constanta, e para nós que somos portugueses, naturalmente o nome do poeta Ovídio, poeta latino, Ovídio, diz-nos muito, uma vez que ele foi, bom, na verdade, desterrado para essa cidade no Mar Negro, Mar Póntico, como se dizia na altura, mas pelo menos veio de lá com os seus poemas, não é? Os conhecidos Tristia. E esta relação que existe do mundo latino entre a Roménia e Portugal, a Universidade de Ovidius, através do patrocínio do arcebispo de Tomi, Tomi é o nome eclesiástico da Diocese de Constança, organizaram e organizam desde há 10 anos esta conferência chamada Religião, Sociedade, Conhecimento, para dar respostas ao tal mundo globalizado e à sociedade porosa e de identidades mais fluidas em que vivemos. E nesse sentido o professor Pricop, professor Mircea, indicou que neste ano o tema da 10ª Conferência Religião, Sociedade e Conhecimento será sobre o homem técnico e o homem religioso. Bem, e não será demais chamar a atenção que os professores são ao mesmo tempo homens religiosos e homens profissionais da sua área da sua área de ensino, de várias áreas, filosofia, direito, história e teologia, e que terá lugar então este ano, no próximo mês de junho, a 10ª edição, comparando essas duas realidades ou paradigmas, como eles chamaram, o homem religioso e o homem técnico, e sendo depois seguido por um seminário de aprofundamento em que a realidade virtual vai ser especialmente estudada. Então, de certo modo, foi isto que eles, de uma forma mais detalhada, aqui nos transmitiram. Thank you for your presence, and we stand as here. Thank you again, and perhaps until another opportunity.